What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Brick Productions, and guys, today we're starting up the new building series, Building Hoth in Lego. So last week I announced that I was starting a brand new building series, and this one's not going to be a massive MOC like my previous ones, like 6 gray base plates or 12 gray base plates, but this one is going to be a pretty big size, more than your average MOC. This MOC is roughly going to be about 3 gray base plates, and I am building it to where I can expand if I want to or add on. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. If I do add on, it's definitely going to be a even more massive MOC than what it is. If I do plan to add on, it probably will be maybe 12 gray or 6 gray base plates. But I'm not sure at the moment. So right now we're just starting it off of what I've got. I do plan on having about 4 to 5 building segments for the MOC that I have so far. So yeah, guys, we're gonna start off with this series, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as much as I have building it. So let's go ahead and get on with the video and look at the new additions that I've added. Alright guys, so we're currently looking at the progress that I have so far. So this is going to be the trench area where the rebels are going to be entrenched at, defending against the Empire, the invading Empire that are coming from this way. Of course, there's a large AT-AT walker coming in, and I'm going to have plenty of more snow troopers coming in on the ground. And I actually ordered 25 more snow troopers from Canada, actually. So I don't know exactly when those are coming in, but they may come in Saturday. I'm not sure, which this video is releasing on Saturday, but I'm filming this on Friday. So they may come in the day that this video releases, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty excited about it though, because I will have my Imperial troops, my Imperial army, if you will, complete for this MOC. And I will need probably about 20 rebels, roughly 20 to 15 rebels. Yeah, so I guess what I'm going to do is, before I actually get in depth with, you know, the MOC itself so far, I want to talk about some of the planning that I have. So right now, as you guys can see, this is the trench, so that's pretty self-explanatory. And then here's going to be kind of like a no man's land type thing here. And I'm not decided yet, but this may be like a hill that kind of slopes down into this area, but I'm not entirely sure yet. It may just be all flat or something. I'm not really completely sure, but there's going to be like down debris here. I may have like a crashed snow speeder, maybe a downed AT-ST walker or something, like just a very like ravaged, war-torn area right here, and kind of carrying on into this area. So that's kind of the plan. And of course we're gonna have the Empire kind of, you know, marching through this area, just wiping out everything with their force, while the rebels desperately try to defend their trench and their entrenched line. So that's kind of the plan there. And then back here, I do plan on doing like a small kind of mountainside here. So definitely gonna have to do some rock work or something. I may have like a cave run into like the rock work here, if you guys can imagine what I'm talking about. And then of course up top I may have like a sniper's nest, or I may actually have a turret up there or something. Something along those lines. I do want some kind of like rebel defensive system on top of the mountain. And then over here I will probably do maybe like 1 or 2 turrets here or something. And I may have this terrain kind of slope up a little bit, but not as much as this rock side. So that's kind of the idea. If you guys can visualize what's going on with that, that's pretty much the idea that I have. And then these are kind of the parts that I'm using. I know it's a absolute mess, but these are just kind of like random white parts that I have that were in a bin. And this is a little bit more organized with, you know, I've got some 2x4 and 2x2 plates, 1x2 plates, some bricks, 1x1 plates and stuff like that. So that's kind of the parts that I'm using there. So the parts in the bags are a little bit more organized, and then this is kind of like my filler pieces. So, you know, I've got some red bricks and magenta, white, stuff like that for the filler. And you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. It's actually kind of similar to the build of Mimban, if you guys remember that MOC, but it's a little bit different because in terms of terrain, and I'm actually gonna have a rock side and stuff like that. So, but it is similar. It is very similar. Over there, I've got some door frames I'm using, and then I am using some reddish brown plates if I need to use for filler. Now, these parts, and those parts are from Mimban. So I did take down Mimban, and of course I have some greeble parts over there from Mimban from the trench from that MOC. So actually a lot of these parts that you see, believe it or not, are from the previous Mimban MOC. I did take it down actually on April 1st. So I think a lot of people were joking when I said I was taking it down, but I legitimately did take it down April 1st. All right, so I guess I'll talk about a little bit more what I have so far and kind of go an in-depth look at the trench so far. So as you guys can see here, it's kind of just some random slopes and plates and tile thrown in there, as well as some piping work. Like I said, similar to Mimban in a way, but this is more of kind of a makeshift trench. And I actually wish I would have done this sort of technique, I guess, for the makeshift trench on Mimban. I don't know if you guys remember that like front lines trench that I had, but it was kind of very lackluster, and I kind of wish I did something like this for the trench. But I'm overall really pleased with the look of this trench. I think there's a good amount of detail into it. And I think I think it flows really well with the terrain. I really do. And I kind of tried to make it look like the rebels quickly kind of dug out this trench. It's not very nice and neat, like the trench on Mimban. So it kind of looks like they pretty much dug this trench in like 3 days or something. So that's why it's like all slopey on the side, and there's plates showing and all that type of stuff. And then they have, you know, some piping on the side, maybe to power up their weapons or something like that. Some utility work, I guess. But nothing like an overload of like piping or something like the Mimban trench. You know, it's very minimal of what they got. But yeah, and this is a look at the back side. So pretty cool stuff there. Now the actual floor of the trench is not done yet. I still need to, I'm probably going to tile it. I'm probably going to tile the trench. And the idea is I was going to use jumper plates and kind of run it through here, but I don't really want to do that just yet until I have the proper amount of figures to know exactly where I want to put the figures at, if you guys get what I'm trying to go with there. Because I think it would be an absolute pain if I just put a bunch of jumpers in there and then I can't really like put the amount of figures that I want to put in there. So I kind of need to wait for the figures to come in for me to actually kind of get the bottom floor of this trench. So it's going to be a little while until the trench is done. I'm currently waiting for the price of those new Rebels to go down on Bricklink. So that's kind of the idea. And then here is kind of, I guess I was experimenting with the terrain of what I'm going to go with. I do think that this is going to get a little bit repetitive and look kind of weird if the entire MOC was like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have like something like this in patches. So right here is going to be kind of like more flat with tile, maybe. That may be the idea. And I'll just do like patches, almost kind of like waves basically, into the terrain, where it's not just the entire terrain. There'll be like flat parts. I may throw in some craters or something. I'll, you know, have like these little patches of these slopes or something, something like that. And then I will change the look of these slopes a little bit more. I may make them like longer and maybe put like some plates in between the actual slopes or something for the figures to stand on. So that's kind of the idea. And then if I were to color combo and, you know, put a few different colors in there, I may throw in like some light bluish gray. I think light bluish gray would mix very well with white pieces. So that's kind of the idea. And then this, I'm currently experimenting with the transition of the trench. As you guys can see here, this transition is a little bit different from this one on this side. So this one's a little bit more smooth, and it's not really as jagged. This one's a little bit more jagged, as you can see, like the slope's kind of jutting out from the other ones. And I'm not really sure which one I like more. And I'm actually gonna let you guys decide what you guys think. Do you guys like this side of the trench more? Or do you guys like this side of the trench more, where it's more smooth and sleek, or, you know, more jagged on this side? And whichever one you guys pick, I'm gonna go with. So I'll change up this one where it's a little bit more jagged if you guys go with jagged, or if you guys like smooth, then I'll change this one up where it's more smooth. So let me know. And I think that's gonna be it for this video. I really appreciate you guys joining in. And next video, I will have time lapses for the next video, so it may be a little bit more entertaining. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys are ready to embark on this journey with me, completing Hoth. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Brick Productions, signing off.